Okay, so Tuesday, yes, yes. Let's talk bonding. So this is our new unit. This is actually something that we had not gotten to yet, but because we can't do the labs, we're going to have to do this kind of in a different way than we were going to do it through class. So the first thing that I need you to do is to be able to write compounds with monatomic ions. Okay. Attached to this, you're going to have a list of ions. Um, these come from when we look at the periodic table and we look at those oxidation numbers. We went through and we said the oxidation number is the positive ones are how many extra electrons an element has, and a negative one would be how many it's missing. Okay, because if it's missing and it gets those negatives, that's going to give it a negative charge. If it's got extras and it loses those negatives, that's going to give it a positive charge. Okay, and each element or each column has two possible oxidation numbers. Okay, and it's going to revert to the smaller of those numbers. So this column has one extra, or it's missing 7. Because remember, they want to be like the noble gases, which all have 8 electrons. So they have no extra and they're not missing any. Okay, so these have 2, or they're missing 6. These have 3, or they're missing 5. These have 4. They could just as easily lose 4. These have 5, or they're missing 3. These have 6, or they're missing 2. These have 7, or they're missing 1. Okay, so like I said, these are going to revert to the smaller of the two numbers. That could be plus or minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, and of course 0. Now, as a reminder, pen, thanks. The transition are going to match this column. They all have 2 electrons because this is the oxidation is based off of the valence. Oxidation oxidation is based off of valence. Valence, remember, is the outer shell electrons. Okay, this is level 4s. This is level 3d. 4 is a larger level than 3. So even though this has another electron, it's not in the outer shell. It's in a lower shell. So you're looking only at those outer shell, which is the 2 electrons. Yoni. Nope, not that one. Not yet. Okay. So the monatomic ions, mono means 1. So these are single element ions, which is straight off the periodic table. Okay. So when we do this, we use a method called the crisscross method. Okay, so you take your positive ion and your negative ion. Okay, first rule, positive ion is always I can't spell. Always, I guess is what I was going to write. As always, first. Okay, so Mg, Cl. Now, to do the crisscross, you're going to take the number, only the number, only the number. The positive and negative is just to tell you which one goes first. Okay, this is why positive and negative is there. Get just the number, and you're going to crisscross them. Okay, so you get Mg. We don't write a 1 because if you write the symbol, it's understood to be the 1. Cl2. So you need 2 Cl's for every 1 Mg because Mg has 2 extra electrons. It gives 1 to the first Cl, it gives 1 to the second Cl, which then gives Mg a full outer shell that looks like the noble gas before it, which is neon. And it gives Cl a full outer shell, which looks like the noble gas after it, which is argon. Okay, so this is what would go in this box, MgCl2. Okay, I would pause the video right now and I would try these other 3 boxes. Okay, and once you've tried them, legit tried them, then resume the video and follow along as I do them and check and see if you did them right. Okay, so next box here. Did you pause it yet? Pause it. Try them. I'm not kidding. Okay, Mg plus 2. You should be resuming now and going along with me. I know half of you never paused it because you're not doing what I'm asking. Okay, Mg plus 2, O minus 2. Grab the numbers, cross them down. Now, when you get this, this is what I call a tutu. Okay, we don't have tutus in chemistry class. Tutus are for dance class. You know, you do ballet, you wear the tutu, you spin around. Because we want the smallest whole number ratio. Okay, so another rule. Tutus not allowed. We need smallest whole number ratio. Okay, so we would write that as MgO. We reduce those 2's. So this would be MgO. Okay, here's another chance to pause it if you didn't already try the second row. Pause it and try them. Al plus 3, Cl minus 1. Grab your numbers, only your numbers. Positive and negative just tells you which one's written at the front. So Al1, but we don't write the 1, it's understood. Cl3. So the Al has 3 extra electrons. It gives 1 to each Cl because each Cl is missing 1. So it takes 3 Cl's to use up all those plus 3 electrons. Okay, and so then your last one would be, let me go back to the blue so I need the red to write on the blue. So you have Al plus 3, O minus 2. Grab those numbers. So you get Al2O3. Okay, so these both do have a number. That's okay. They can both have a number. We don't reduce this because it's not a 2,2 or a 3,3 or a 4,4 or a 2,4. Those numbers are not, you can't reduce them, excuse me, to a whole number ratio. 2 and 3, they're not divisible by a number that will give you a whole number. Okay, you would get like ALO 1.5, and you can't have a decimal, you gotta have a whole number. So, this is how you write formulas with monatomic ions. Okay, tomorrow we will look at naming these compounds, like what is the name of that guy? This one, this one, this one. And we'll also look at writing with polyatomic ions. Okay, and so we'll learn what those are tomorrow. So, this is what your assignment looks like. I'll have this posted. Now, I'm going to tell you, typing in here is not an easy thing to do. Okay, so I would sketch this on a piece of paper, and then I would do the problems, take a picture, insert the picture into your document as your evidence that you completed it, and then turn it in. Okay, so you would just, this guy with each of these. Okay, you do not have to show me the crisscrosses. I just want to see your final formulas. I will look over them. I will give you feedback on any of them that are incorrect. If I need to do another video, I will. But remember, the beauty of this is if you don't think you've got it, just watch the video again and listen to the explanation again. And you can do that as many times as you need to. Okay, if you've got questions, post the questions in the Google Classroom, send me an email, I'll be glad to answer them. Okay, good luck, talk to you soon.